Hello everybody. One second while I get my seat in position here. Real fancy digs around here. One second. Okay. We are in. Is it coming in? Yeah. Alright, we're in. Whew. You have to excuse me, I'm having a bit of a hot flush. Being 40 something makes you it's not good. Especially when you start getting that perimenopause. Oh my god, it messes with your head and it makes you hot flush like nobody's business. Okay. Oh, you still can't see them, for the love of God. You know what, I put on my eyebrows for you guys today because I thought, oh, maybe they'd like to see me looking like kind of a human being. Anyway, I tried. I refuse to draw them in black, okay? So you're just going to have to deal, I suppose. Anyways, I apologize for not posting the video I did yesterday, but it was horrific. It traumatized me to watch. I could not possibly do that to my audience, so I didn't post it. I just posted the summary instead. My apologies. It's the last time I'll ever get in front of a camera without a bra. I completely forgot about that, and it was so not cool. These mama jammas are way too big to be on camera without, hoists. You know what I'm saying? Good Lord. Okay, anyways. Still hot flashing over here, but we're going to say our prayer, and then we're going to get right to it, okay? Whew. Ancestors, angels, and spirits of the highest white light. That is the wrong prayer. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer first, okay? O cosmic divinity of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our beings and carve out within us a space where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission, so that we bear fruit in accordance with our desires. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and to share what each being needs to grow and to flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which will divert us from our true purpose, and illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground, the fruitful vision, the birth, the power, and fulfillment, as all are gathered and made whole once again. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Whew! These hot flashes are taking me out today. Taking me out. Okay. Hi. Don't even think about chasing my fan. The cat is sitting right there and he's watching my fan like he's going to pounce. Okay, so here's a little Palo Santo for you guys. Here, some for you, devil child. You backed off, yeah. Yeah, the devil's inside, you don't like it, eh? He's freaking adorable, but he's also a pain in the ass, so, you know. There he goes. Don't you dare try to attack me from behind either, you little shit. Alright. Okay, the ghost box is already talking. I put my spirit box on, and it's already, oh wow, okay. Holy crap, really? Okay. Good Lord. Okay, so the words we already have, oh good Lord, okay, hold on. We got day, we got solo, we got channel, likewise, clap, British, and then we got Sam, and then we got top. So, top Sam, I don't know, and then July. Okay. So those are the words that we have. I hope maybe they're significant for you. Maybe it's like confirmation for you. Maybe your name is Sam. Maybe you know someone named Sam. Maybe the person that you know named Sam is Tops. Or maybe they're at the top of, I just heard top of the food chain? Or something? Okay, that was weird. Okay, anyways, holy moly. Guys, you're just going to have to be really patient with me while I deal with this crippity crap right now, because it is just my undoing, I tell you, I swear. Okay. Alright. Good Lord. Okay. Actually, no. I'm going to start with the animals today. let's see what the overall energy is for our collective today, okay? Angels, ancestors, and spirits of the highest white light, please guide my reading, my thoughts, and my sight, so my messages find all who need them tonight. Let the messages guide them to do what is right, and block anything that is not of the light. In the name of Yahuwah I pray. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anything else, Spirit? Or is that... what do we have? Well, this is a lot. This is a lot more than I thought. Okay. We have bees in the reverse. Jellyfish in the reverse, and shark in the reverse. Okay. We have dog in the upright, fox in the upright, bunny in the upright, and then panda. Oh, shit. Okay. So a jellyfish in the upright is someone who just like basically stings everybody they fucking meet, okay? Somebody in the reverse is someone who makes people feel good. Like literally makes almost everybody they meet feel good, okay? A shark in the reverse is how did I have that? They're still a predator, but they're not like... Hold on. I should put this over here. So the shark in the... Okay, so the shark in the upright is someone who's a predator who keeps on moving. So it's like serial killer energy, okay? Because they can't stop, okay? Sharks need to keep moving in order for air to pass through their fins to give them oxygen so that they can survive. Okay, so this is a predator that's always on the move, always looking for a new target, constantly on the go. They also like to attack from behind. They don't like it when you look at them, okay? If you look at them while they're attacking, they pretend like they're not doing anything, right? So this is that snake in the grass kind of energy, right? Like someone who wants to attack you and they'll do it from behind, okay? A shark in the reverse is still a predator, but they're like more of... they're like very obvious about it. Okay, this is not the kind of person who would hide their intentions. They don't really care if people know that they're an asshole, kind of. That's that kind of vibe. They're also not the kind of person who constantly looks for target after target after target or after target. This might be someone who only targets one person in particular, okay, or only a certain type of person, or they sort of have only ever done it once in their life kind of thing, okay? Panda in the upright is someone who has definitely experienced bedroom abuse, okay? It's less severe when the panda's in the upright than it is when they're in the reverse. But it's still bedroom abuse, okay? So it's someone who's been through some trauma around that, okay? And we have bees. Bees in the reverse. Bees in the reverse are more like a hornet. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they sting for no reason. They're very community-minded, so they tend to circle or surround themselves in people who are like-minded. Very hive-minded as well. They don't think independently. They sort of... they're not a leader. They're very much like a follower type of personality, okay? Okay, now then we have the jellyfish. Again, the jellyfish in the reverse is someone who, you know, basically everybody they meet, they leave a lasting impression, but it's a good one as opposed to getting stung, right? Then we have the rabbit. The rabbit in the upright, again, very family-oriented, okay? This is someone who is very passionate, especially in the bedroom, okay? I mean, you know how rabbits get, right? And then we have the puppy dog. This is man's best friend. This is an amazing friend energy. This is someone who is protective and loyal, and they will be there for you through thick and thin. This is like the best person that you could have as a friend kind of energy, okay? So we have friend, lover, uplifter, okay? And then we have the fox, so someone who's smart and sexy too. This is like the whole package, okay? So whoever's in this energy, this is like stellar energy, especially if they embody all four of these characteristics. Like, damn, that'd be freaking, ugh. Yes, sir. We just got Cancer. Oh, isn't that interesting? We had July, and then we just got Cancer. We also got the name Sam. We also got the name Kendall, and then we got Bird. Bird, interesting. Okay, so these are all earth signs, and then we have a water sign. So take that as they resonate. And over here we have earth, air, and water. Okay. Okay, so the energies we have over here is kind of like a bully. This is someone who's like, you know, not very nice. Like I said, they're either the kind of person who really doesn't give a shit if you know that they're kind of a bully who, you know, is kind of like got that predator attitude and is willing to hurt people. They're just sort of very blatant about it, not very clever about it, not very sneaky. Or this is someone who is, you know, acts angelic around everybody else, but they target one person in particular, or they target one thing in particular, or that kind of energy. Okay, so either way, it's a bully. Okay, and then there's this someone who's definitely been traumatized. And I mean, what do I always say? Hurt people. So it makes sense that they were traumatized. And then we have hive-minded hornets. You know, they sting for no fucking reason. Okay, and they don't really think independently. Oh God. So we just got the Magician and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. So we have. So we have someone who, let me go back and see what I've missed. The words are just pulsing through today. We have Mistress, Devil, and Pulse on the spirit box. Wow. Okay, so we have Kendall and, what was it? Kendall and Sam, Mistress, Devil, and Pulse. Wow. Okay, so we have the Magician and the Knight of Wands. So we have a Magician who, the Magician's in the upright, but it's also behind the Knight of Wands, okay? When I get two cards like this and one is on top, this is the one, this is like I always figure like, how do I say this? This person likes to pretend like they're a magician in the upright. They're really talented and they're smart and they know what they're doing and bloody, bloody, blah. Okay, but the real personality is the Knight of Wands in reverse. They're arrogant, reckless, hyperactive, overly confident, allowed, show off. Again, what did I say about someone who doesn't really care if people know what a dick they are? One who promises much but does not deliver. So someone was going to a practitioner that didn't deliver what they said they were going to deliver. Someone asked a practitioner to do something for them, and that practitioner did not do what they said they were going to do, okay? Maybe they said that they could do something and they were unsuccessful and, you know, people were relying on them to do it or something like that. And it didn't get done because this person didn't deliver. They did not deliver on whatever it was that they said they could do, okay? I think I just repeated myself 3 times, but anyway, we're going to ignore that and move on. Okay, is there anything else that you wanted to say, Spirit? Anything else about this energy on the table today, Spirits? I hope you guys are well. I hope you had a good day. I don't know if you saw this in my posts on my community page, but our cat came home. Well, he didn't come home. We found him, but he's home anyway. I posted a video of my nephew. It's in my shorts. My nephew, when he saw him, it was heartbreaking. He cried and cried. It just was like hugging him and crying and lying in the bed. And oh, it was adorable. Okay, we have unemployment, frustration, adversity, spiritual awareness, faith restored. So this person, this person is now broke, okay, and possibly out of a job because they failed at what it was that they were trying to do. And in doing whatever it was that they tried to do and failed, it actually caused them to have a renewal of faith in God. Oh, Lord. I always find that funny when someone like tries to screw over someone. Like, okay, this is for instance, if someone like tries to do spell work on a chosen one and they don't believe in God. That's a lot of the time people who dabble with this kind of shit is because they don't believe in God. They don't believe in God at all. And then they fuck with the chosen one and they find out. And, I mean, it's a fucked up way to awaken, but hey, at least they're awake. We have recognition. Ooh. We have recognition, and then we have the balance card, okay? So success, victory, winning, having the advantage, triumph, and achievement, okay? And we have the balance card, and it's in reverse. So lacking balance, lack of organization, poor financial decisions. So this positive energy over here, it beat this imbalanced energy, okay? So whoever this imbalanced person was who was doing this fucking work was beaten. And it's so funny too, because it's the wands that triumphed. I mean, obviously this applies to here because these guys lost. We know that already. Oh my god. And it's really ironic that it's a wand. So maybe this person over here is a practitioner as well. Or maybe we're talking about an earth angel, a chosen one, a light bringer, whatever we want to call it. Maybe they're just psychically gifted. Maybe they're just really, really high frequency and you couldn't touch them because your frequency wasn't high enough. Who knows? Okay, is there anything else, Spirit? Anything else? We have King of Cups in reverse. Oh, Nikes. Okay, so we have King of Cups in reverse, and we have the Ten of Swords, and it's in the upright. Ooh. So we have backstabbing, betrayal, enemies, bitching, bad-mouthing, bitterness, and doormat, okay? We have ruin, collapse, breakdown, exhaustion, inability to cope, curses, rock bottom, hitting a wall, dead end, severing ties, goodbyes, and nail in the coffin. These people really fucked with this energy over here. Really, really bad. And this was a King of Cups who did it. King of Cups in reverse. And what does it say over here about these people being broke? Well, this King of Cups in the upright is someone who's very, very abundant. I mean, look at all the cups they have that are full, right? And it says bad advice, scheming, and fraud. An alcoholic or drug addict, one who looks out only for himself. Yeah. These people effed up. They came against the wrong one. They went up against the wrong one and they got messed up. So this King of Cups might be the person who hired this practitioner who was arrogant and basically lying about their abilities because obviously they weren't able to achieve whatever it is they did. Now we have we have the Page of Wands. We have the Page of Wands, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles, and it's in the reverse. So basically, I'm speaking, okay, so when I'm talking to my collective because I don't care about these people, okay? If you're going to be this kind of energy, I'm not considering you my audience. You may be in my audience, but I'm not talking to you, okay? So I'm just letting you know that you have good news coming in. The good news is that these people, they fucked up. They messed up. They did something wrong. They didn't finish what they started. They weren't able to complete something on account of which you're winning. So their bad news is good news for you. Their inability to manage finances and to do whatever this financial fraud was, because I mean look at all the pentacles it's got, and it did say fraud. So obviously they frauded you somehow. Whatever it was that they did was unsuccessful, on account of which good news is coming in for you. Okay? Befriend. It says Mistress, Devil, Candle, Sam, and then it says befriend. Someone might be coming in trying to befriend you about something. About this, maybe. About... Maybe they're like, realize that they lost and they're like trying to, I don't know, beat you to the punch or something. Or maybe they're going to come in with some kind of an offer. whatever it is, let me tell you this, okay? If it's in regards to going to court, like say someone did some kind of fraud to you, and this is an issue that is definitely going to go to court, or you're going to have a choice as to whether or not you want to sue them. Sue them. Don't take whatever settlement they offer. Don't take any fucking kind of bargains. Sue them. These people need to pay. Justice needs to be had. This energy wouldn't be coming out like this if you were going to just take a settlement. Okay? If God wanted you to take the settlement, probably wouldn't even be bothering giving you the fucking message. Okay? These people have karma coming to them. And I feel like that karma is you. So you better do the right thing. Just little advice for me, and I'm not a lawyer, okay? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. I'm not a judge. I'm not a nothing, okay? I'm literally just a messenger. That's just my opinion. Like I said, if you have a situation like this, seek legal counsel. Do what you got to do. But that's my 2 cents on the subject, okay? I wouldn't let people get away with that shit. Because then what do? They pay you off, and then they just sweep it under the rugs like it never happened, and they can go on and do it to someone else. I don't know. That's just me. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Holy crap and doodles. I'm having a hot flash like crazy. Whew. I'm really sorry, guys. I am just roasting today. Okay. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. We have... Okay. Wow. Imbalance, self-inject. We have the Temperance in reverse. Okay, so what is that? I always consider the Temperance the Earth Angel, and if an angel's in reverse, then what are they? A demon. Okay. So we have that, and then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, okay? Rude, tactless, someone who upsets and opposes your plans. Whose plans are they trying to upset and oppose? The Sun. So someone who's in Sun energy, they're trying to oppose and upset their plans, and what happens? They showed malice and hypocrisy. They were unconcerned with your feelings. But guess who has the victory? Wow. So yeah, these people were on demon time doing this shit. They missed an opportunity, though. They were out of their depth. They did not know what they were doing. They were trying to hurt you. Maybe they even did hurt you. They were very cold and calculated and unconcerned with your feelings. They didn't give a shit. So if these people come in trying to be all nicey nice, they're only doing that because they know they're about to go down. They're about to go to court, or they're about to go to jail. They're about to... Something bad is about to happen. Either that, or they're already starting to experience the karma of it, and they're scared. The end. That's right, Spirit. That's right. Don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. Oops. Here we have Queen of Wands in reverse. Ooh. Seduction, lies, strictness, disorganization, prudish, moralistic persons who try to impose their values on others. And interesting that it's the Queen of Wands, again, with this dark practitioner energy. So there's a dark feminine out here who was after someone in this Sun energy over here. This really positive, high frequency energy that's over here. And that's really like... It's stupid, to be honest. So we have like very young energy and then like more mature energy here. Like, yeah, it's all very like, we have two knights, and then we have a page, and then we have the King of Pentacles, oh my god, in reverse, and a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Again with this older couple, I keep getting this like mature couple who are like doing something. One who mismanaged money, materialism, dullness, someone who will do anything for money. Yeah, again, this definitely has to do with money. Someone definitely stole your money, defrauded you somehow. I don't know. I bet you $10 that this is all about the stolen inheritance bullcrap that keeps coming out, because Apparently that's my entire existence right now, is doing readings on that exact same energy. Over and over and over. Anyway, we shall see what comes out. Refusing to compromise, give in, stubborn, rigid, obstinate. Last one standing, and look at all those stripes. Look at all those bars. Someone's going to jail. Someone's going to jail. Why? Because you refused to give in, you refused to compromise, and you refused to give up. And you'll be the last one standing. The rest of them will either be in jail or an extreme I just heard the same thing. Every time I do a reading on this fraud energy, this couple who is, these dark practitioners who are stealing money or committing some kind of a fraud, I get the same thing every time. Destitution to the point of prostitution. These people are going to be so broke, they're going to have to sell themselves physically in the bedroom in order to just survive. And isn't that just a little bit sad? I don't know why people mess with that kind of crap. Like, I don't understand it. Especially because just on a surface morality level, you don't look at yourself in the mirror and feel just a little bit of shame. I mean, don't tell me that you're proud of it, okay? Because if you were, you wouldn't be hiding it from everyone. You'd be fucking saying that shit out loud with your chest, you know what I'm saying? But no, they're always like hiding. Always hiding, except for this person who doesn't seem to give a fuck. Finding mental strength, awaken, but it also says that they're highly imbalanced, so they might be a little, mentally not sound. We have reality, clarity, sobriety, okay? And then we have finding mental strength, awakening, rejoining the world, coming out of isolation. So whoever is in this energy, okay, it says beginning. Wow, secure beginning. Nice. Okay, so whoever this is, it says reality, clarity, sobriety, and then it says poor choices or lack of choices. So this person over here, they got sober. You may have gone through some sort of addictions issues, and you got sober, and you were somehow blocked, going through some sort of a block, and it caused you to have a lack of opportunities, options, or choices, okay? But you managed to get through it, and you found your mental strength, and you had an awakening. You had an awakening. You probably went through some isolation period. You may be still going through an isolation period, or you may be coming out of it soon, or may have just come out of it. But it's always like, I always say that, I've said this a million times, I'm going to keep saying it. When God wants to do work in you, the first thing he does is get you alone. So you're alone with your thoughts. You can't be distracted. Wishes coming true, realizing dreams, happiness, cheerfulness, joy. The Nine of Cups. Someone's getting all their dreams come true. And why? Just because they had an awakening. They healed. I don't know how to express to you guys how important healing is in the overall quality of your life. Like, if you want to have a good life, first thing you got to do is heal. Because if you don't heal, then no matter what happens in your life, no matter how good things get, you're always going to be fucking miserable. You're not going to find true happiness until you heal. Healing is incredibly important, if not one of the most important things. Okay? And I'm not saying that because, like, I'm sitting on my high horse. I fucking had my fair share to do myself. I'm still in the process. I don't feel like, especially when you've gone through an intense amount of trauma, like I've been through an intense amount of trauma, I feel like it's sort of a lifetime process. But there's sort of like, you reach sort of a precipice point where it's like all of a sudden you're just able to let go of it, and you're able to just be light and be happy, and you don't sort of ruminate on it. And every now and again something will come up that you hadn't explored yet, you hadn't thought about, you hadn't worked on yet. And you sort of, it's like you forget about it, and then one day it comes up, but you're better able to deal with it. You have better coping skills because you've spent so much time already healing, that now when a little thing comes up that you sort of missed, you're able to work through it really, really quickly and still manage to keep your vibration high. So I think I've reached that precipice point where I'm pretty freaking happy right now, and I do still catch myself being triggered over things that I didn't even realize were triggers, and I've had to work through them, but for the most part, I'm an overall pretty happy person. It's pretty hard to keep me down for very long. I don't let myself stay down for very long, and I think that's also the difference, is I have the strength to actually do that now. I also had to go through, and I also went through my own addictions. I used to smoke pot every single day. And I smoked cigarettes, and I know a lot of people don't think that that's a big freaking deal. But you try quitting, okay? Tell me it's not a freaking big deal, okay? It's not freaking easy, I tell you what. Not only that, but I quit cigarettes. I quit caffeine. I would dare anybody here who has been drinking coffee for 20 plus, maybe even 30 years, to come to me and tell me that they quit and that it was easy. That shit wasn't freaking easy, I tell you. I quit caffeine, I quit cigarettes, I quit pot, and I quit meat. I'm telling you, I still struggle with the meat. The meat one has been very, very difficult. My sister brought chicken balls home from a Chinese food place the other day, and I hadn't had that in ages, and I caved and had chicken balls. I love me some chicken balls. So, you know, we all have our shit, right? And that was, like I said, it's a nonstop process. Growth requires a growth mindset, okay? And in order to grow and in order to heal, you have to be willing to do the work always. You have to be willing to do it basically for the rest of your life. And it sounds a lot harder than it is once you get past that precipice point, okay? So it's not as, I make it sound a lot more, I don't know, painful, I guess, than it is, but anyway, I digress. We just got the Hermit, and then we got the 5, 6, 7, 8 of Cups in reverse, okay? So we have fear of moving on, and then we have stagnation, monotony, and accepting your lot, and then we went from that energy to the Hermit, so soul-searching, spiritual enlightenment, self-reflection, introspection, contemplating, inner guidance, and solitude. So maybe this was your energy before. Maybe you were afraid to move on. Maybe you were afraid to move forward. Maybe you just sort of accepted your lot in life. You were like, well, this is how it is, and that's how it's going to be. But then you went into this hermit mode, like I said before, and you started doing some soul searching. Now, it also could be this energy over here. These people might have a fear of moving on. They might have had a fear of dealing with their stuff. Maybe they didn't want to look at themselves. Maybe they didn't want to look within. Okay? But we did get that card that said renewed faith. Okay? So this person, these people, someone in this energy might be reflecting on what they've done. And they may now go, they may have realized that, no, actually God is freaking real. And what am I doing? And maybe they're going through a soul searching. Maybe they're literally starting to look within. Maybe they're starting to go into hermit mode and think, okay, I need to get away from these people. I need to get away from the situation, and I need to do some thinking. So I'm going to put this over here tentatively. I'm hoping that that is the case, because that would be wonderful. It's always good to see. I mean, at the end of the day, they're still going to have to pay their karma, but at least they will know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? Whereas if you don't go to God, there will be no light at the end of the tunnel. It's just going to be another fucking karmic cycle to go through. And you're going to keep going through the same shit over and over and over and over until you learn your lesson, right? So at least, you know, if there is someone in this energy who's gone through this process and is starting to do some soul searching, that's really, really good. Because like I said, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. They will be able to fix this eventually, depending on what their role is and how bad it was, what they did, right? And I mean, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying, especially if they stop all the bad stuff and start building good karma. Eventually, once the karma's paid off, things will get better. Now we have the Emperor. But the Emperor's in the upright. So that's good. We have, this might be a father figure, okay? It says stability, structure, protection, authority, control, practicality, focus, discipline, a logical, practical older man. Okay? So someone, we might have a divine masculine in this energy over here. That these people were ganging up on for some freaking reason, or stole from, or, well, definitely fraud was involved, and there was definitely dark magic involved, because we have that dark practitioner energy. Well, we'll see. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh, shite. Okay. So we're getting, like, the way I'm picking up the cards is very weird, because we're getting very sort of opposing energies, okay? We have the conflict card, but it's in reverse. So it says compromise, end of conflict or row or struggle, reaching agreements. But then it says bad luck, upheaval, disorder, external forces, lack of control, disruption, unwelcome change, delays, and setbacks. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So some sort of agreement is going to that is, oh my God, there's some sort of agreement is going to be reached, but it's not favorable for someone in this energy, okay? So there's some sort of agreement being reached, but that agreement is going to bring bad luck to someone, okay? I hear kids' feet in the kitchen. That is a kid. Oh no, there's an adult and a kid. Okay. All right, I don't need to intervene. We're fine. Okay. I hear a kid kept coughing. It was probably an adult getting some syrup or something for them. Okay, sorry, I've not been paying attention to the box. Here we have, oh shit. We have Sun. Oh, interesting, because I pulled the Sun card. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. I missed a lot here. Okay, so we just got the word Aunt Judy, the name Judy, Aunt Judy, someone's Aunt Judy. I have an Aunt Judy. We got the name Mark, and we got the name Edward. My ex's name is Mark Edward Johnson. Okay. Then we got the word ring. We got the word crack. Maybe someone's doing crack. Good Lord. Then we have hunting. Well, we did get predator energy. Legislation. Signal and excited. Wow, okay. I just heard, but I heard it in, you know what? I think I heard this on another reading, okay? But because it's coming to my head now, I feel like it's probably applicable. So I'm going to figure out who it was that hopefully I was listening to. Hopefully I can figure out who it was. And I'll credit them in the comments if and when I figure out who said this, but I'm pretty sure I heard another reader say something about new legislation is going to be passed down on account of this case. So someone is going to be going through something, someone's going to be taking this to court, and there's going to be new legislation passed down on account of this case. Wow. How interesting. If this applies to you guys, let me know. I'm super interested to follow this story. Like, it keeps coming out. It comes out so often that I'm so invested in it now. It's almost like a TV show. I'd really like to know what ends up happening. We have, yeah, community. There was a team of people who worked together and they wasted their time. It says disappointment, waste of time, paltry effort. Wow. Wow. Okay. I just heard, oh come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant, oh come ye to Bethlehem. I don't know, someone could be Jewish, or Israeli. Israelis are Jewish, right? I don't know. You know, one's the country, one's the religion, but I don't know. Anyway, we have overindulgence, gossiping, bitchiness. Yep. Yeah. There's definitely, okay, so we have this older couple. Again, I feel like because we had this Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this might be an older set of parents. Then we have this Page of Cups energy and this Knight energy. I feel like we might have some exes involved in this, okay? Then we have this Friends and this bitchiness and this Queen of whatever it was. I can't remember the other queen that was in reverse. I feel like there's friends. I feel like there's family. I feel like there's friends, family, and and practitioners. That was what I was going to say. Friends, family, and practitioners involved in this situation. Okay? And it's really ridiculous that all of these people are teaming up against like one person. Like, I feel like this message might be for multiple people in this energy, but I feel like each person has a team going after them. And that's fucking ridiculous. Especially if the team is losing. That just goes to show how incredibly powerful you are. So if you are going through this, I'm really sorry. But at the same time, you should be proud of yourself. Because you obviously are a pretty powerful and very well protected person if you've been defeating all of these energies. So congratulations. Warriors are forged through fire. Not candy. You know what I'm saying? You don't just float your way into that kind of warrior energy. The only way that I personally, let's just talk about myself. The only way that I was able to become as strong as I am is because I went through so much crap. And I have always refused to let myself be hardened by it. Now, that's not to say that I don't stand up for myself and everything, but I still love people. I'm still kind. I try to stay soft. I try to stay loving. I try to be a good person, and no matter what, I try to treat people as good as I can. And I've made my mistakes, let me tell you. I'm not perfect, but I do try. Whoa, wow, look at this. Okay, so we have light at the end of the tunnel, recovering, improving, letting go of negativity and stress, okay? So this is someone coming out of this energy and doing better, okay? And then we have someone who flipped this energy around. This is the worst energy in the deck. It says, because in the upright, okay, this energy is the Seven of Swords, and it's deceit, lies, trickery, cheating, theft. Underhanded, dishonest, dangerous, risky behavior, enemy masquerading as a friend, spying, lack of conscience, strategy, resourceful, flexible, and escaping interconnection. This is someone who lies to you. This is someone who does underhanded, dirty ass shit behind your back. Okay, and again, with this theft energy, I really feel like this is a fraud thing because we have so many pentacles out here in the reverse. They stole from you, okay? They stole from you, but now they're in the reverse, okay? So they're seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. And why is there light at the end of the tunnel? Because they're confessing. They're coming clean. They're turning over a new leaf. Their conscience is kicking in. So someone might actually be coming forth with some sort of confession. Their conscience might legit be coming, they might legit actually be realizing what the fuck they did and how fucked up it was. That's really cool. I really hope that that is the case, because that is just, that's wonderful. That means that there's still hope for them. And trust me, I've read this energy a billion times and I've never once seen hope for any of them. So this is the first time I've seen any kind of glimmer of real hope. So fingers crossed that at least one person in this energy figures it out, because it's kind of a shame to see people head down a dark road and then not turn it around. You know what I mean? It's always nice to see someone who went down a really bad road and then manages to turn their life completely around. Also, if you happen to be watching this reading and you're in this energy, just know that you are still going to have to pay your karma. Karma doesn't miss anyone. You don't get to skip it just because you decided to come clean. However, again, like I said, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. You will be able to turn it around, okay? And you can move forward. But you have to be really, really, really willing to look at your behavior and realize that, yeah, you did fuck up, and yeah, you do have to pay the price for that. You have to take responsibility for what you did. If you really are sincere about being a good person, about changing yourself, about changing your life, about meeting God halfway, do you know what I mean? And wanting to be in a good karmic energy, you have to take responsibility for what you did. So you're going to have to pay the karma. But if you pay it and do so as best you can without complaining, and then stop all bad actions, like, in other words, you have to repent, okay? So you have to look at yourself and say, you know what, I'm never doing this again. True repentance is when you're sorry enough to quit, okay? So you can't be doing this bad behavior anymore, and as long as you stop that bad behavior and you start building good karma by doing good things, starting within, okay? So the first thing you do is you don't start looking at other people and going, what can I do for them and them and them? First thing you got to do is fix in here, okay? So you got to spend a lot of time with yourself. You got to spend a lot of time healing, going within. What is it about me? Why am I doing this? Why did I get so stuck? Why did I follow these people? Why did I believe this? Why? Ask yourself a billion whys. And then deal with your trauma. If you have any trauma, you got to deal with it. You're going to have to heal. You have to go within. You have to fix what's here first, and then you can start fixing everything outside of you, okay? And I guarantee if you do that, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. You will be able to turn things around. You will be able to fix things. I mean, even if you end up going to jail, there is church and jail. You can join the church and jail. There'll be other men there to support you. If you have addictions, there will be AA there. You can go to the meetings. You can take classes in jail. There's all kinds of things that you can do with your life. It doesn't matter where you are. You can change your life around if you really, really want to. Okay? And for your sake, I really hope you do. Okay, now we have new job, self-employment, building a business, trade, or reputation, craftsmanship, quality master expertise, hardworking, commitment, dedication, concentration, success, accomplishment, ambition, results and rewards. And then it says moving home, returning travels, moving home, lack of foresight and planning. Okay, so this person may end up having to move, like, again, I'm getting jail vibes, but I feel like this person isn't going to, I feel like this person might get to, they might have to go, like, what is it called when you basically, like, how do I say this, like, your parent, like, vouches for you and you live with your parent instead of, like, going to jail or whatever, but you have to, like, you have to stay with, like, your parent all the time. You can't sort of leave their sight. They're responsible for you. If you get into any trouble, then, you know, they have to pay a huge amount of money and then you go to jail, right? It's like being someone's guarantor, but I don't know if that's like the same thing they call it when you're in jail. I don't know. Anyway, or something to do with that. Anyways, it's like along those lines. So maybe they'll end up having to do that. Maybe they'll just be broke when they get out of jail. Or maybe they won't go to jail, but maybe they're going to be broke because of the fact that they were, frauding someone. So now they got to go through this poverty cycle, right? But basically, Spirit is saying there is light at the end of the tunnel, and this might be it. This might be the light at the end of the tunnel for you, okay? It might be that you're self-employed. I'm seeing and it says craftsmanship, okay? And it says trade. I really feel like this is, because I'm looking at this person and he's got like a hammer and chisel. I'm seeing woodworking of some kind. So maybe this is what is that word again? A carpenter energy, or maybe you're going to be building something. Maybe you'll be in construction of some kind. I don't know. But yeah, someone who wasn't thinking about the future is, they clearly weren't thinking ahead when they made the mistakes that they made. And you're probably going to have to move back home for a little while at very least. But Spirit is saying if you work through your karma and you do the work properly, you may actually end up with some sort of career, maybe in craftsmanship or construction or building things, or maybe you're going to work with the carpenter or something along those lines, okay? We just got psychological, the word psychological. Oh, we got the word Nick, N-I-C-K. So that might be a name. We got fingers, Nick Fingers. Oh, we got murder. What the fuck? Ooh. Okay. Well then. Oh shit. Didn't even notice that. Judgment. On the top of the deck, flipped over. Judgment has been called on this situation just as I read the word murder. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So judgment has been called on these people. It says judgment, self-evaluation, awakening. Right. Exactly. So someone in this energy may very well be going through an awakening. And it's not a good way to go through an awakening. It's kind of a kick in the ass, but sometimes it's the kick in the ass that we need, right? Apportioning blame, forgiveness, snap judgments, homesickness, again with this moving home energy. This person might be moving back in with their parents. So this might be like an adult, definitely adult energy if they're moving back in with their parents. Maybe this person doesn't, maybe this person is homeless right now. Maybe they don't have a place to stay. I have no idea. Oh my God. My ex, Mark Edward, is a carpenter. And last I checked, he didn't have a place to live. How did I not put that together before? Wow. See, the blonde really does show sometimes, you know. That can be a little slow. God, if he had to move back in with his... He would not be a happy camper, I tell you that much. Unpaid bills, money problems, bad debts, greed, selfishness, stinginess, miserliness. Please tell me this card doesn't say inheritance. No, it doesn't. It does not. Charity donations. Okay, yeah. All right. For a second, I thought this was one of them. Yeah. So someone's definitely in broke energy right now. But I mean, if you're stealing from people, what do you expect? is a very appropriate karma to receive when you're stealing people's money. Okay, so you know what though, I'm really happy to see that there's someone in this energy who's actually gaining a fucking conscience, okay? Because it's really, it's just heartbreaking to watch people, especially when you know that, okay, you know what, maybe this is just the empath in me, but I feel bad for people who have been traumatized to the point of now they're going ahead and traumatizing other people. And I don't, it's not to say I always do, but I do to a point because I understand where the behavior comes from. I understand why they behave the way that they do. And I find it very sad. It doesn't mean that I don't think they should be held accountable for the actions that they've taken. There's a difference. But I do understand where the behavior comes from, and I find it sad when they take that road instead of the opposite. Because it's, when someone's been through something like that, they have such potential to make positive change in the world. Because they tend to be, when they go the opposite way with it, they tend to be very strong, very inspiring people. And they could be the kind of people that would bolster the little guy, help people, you know what I mean? They have so much potential to do so much good, but they took it the other way, you know what I mean? So when someone turns that energy around, for the positive, it's always, I just find that very inspiring and wonderful, and I really hope that that is actually the case, because it can be, we have the word plan, violence. Planned violence. It says trouble coming in out of the frying pan and into the fire. Wow. And then right behind that we have the star. Okay. How do I interpret this? And right behind that we have the star. I'm wondering if this isn't someone who's going to come in pretending. It says hope, recognition, inspiration, creativity, calm, and contentment, renewal, serenity, spirituality, healing, positivity, faith, rejuvenation. But then it says trouble coming out of the frying pan and into the fire, lack of progress. So someone might be coming in pretending to be in this star energy. But really, they actually have had a lack of progress. So we may have someone who's actually going through a genuine awakening in this energy and realizing that they fucked up and they need to turn their life around. And then we might have someone else in this energy who's like, I can pretend to do that. And they might be coming towards you. Trouble coming out of the frying pan and into the fire. This is Aquarius energy. Both are Aquarius. So an Aquarius... Oh my God, Mark's an Aquarius. I feel like I've said too much. I probably shouldn't be saying... I'm sorry. I don't know if I... Okay, I don't know how to bleep out people's... I really have to learn how to use technology. Oh my God. Trouble coming out of the frying pan into the fire. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's going on with this energy. But I feel like someone might be coming towards you who is pretending to be in this star energy. But I don't think that they have really made any progress or movement forward in that energy. I feel like they have... I feel like they're pretending. Hi, baby. Hello, baby. Come here. Hello. Can you see him? I don't know if you can see him. But this is Ticey Wicey. Hello, Tyson. Hello, Tyson. Well, he's been extra affectionate since he came back. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Actually, my sister actually found him at the end of the block, hiding in a bush he couldn't get out of. My sister literally had to like army crawl to him and then pull the branches up so he could get out. And it's crazy too because the other day when I was looking for him, actually it was the night before my sister found him in the morning, me and her ex-husband had been walking around looking for the cat. And I had called him and I thought I could have, we were right there, right by him, and I could have swore I heard a meow. And I told him, I was like, Mike, stop. I think I hear a cat meow. And he's like, you heard a cat meow? And I'm like, I think I did. But then there was nothing else, and we kept calling, nothing else. I'm like, okay, maybe it was just my imagination. And it was right there when where I heard him meow. That was where he was found the next morning. So we have the Empress and the Upright. We have moving forward, moving on, hastiness, speed, progress, movements. Holiday romances, gaining momentum. What? Oh my God. We have the Empress and the Emperor, and we have holiday romances moving forward, accepting help, healing. Oh my God. And this is happening quickly, like hastiness, speed. Aww, so an Empress and an Emperor are going to be getting together. So an Emperor is going to meet his Empress. Aww. Romance is in the air. We have Maverick, the name Maverick, and we have the name Rhonda. And we just got the word island. So maybe someone's going to be going, and the word introduction. So maybe someone's going to be going on vacation, and maybe they're going to meet someone on vacation. Maybe on an island. Maybe they'll have, they'll be introduced on an island or something like that. And they'll have some sort of holiday romance. An Empress and an Emperor. Oh, that's amazing. That is a good fucking coupling right there. Look at that. Wow. Oh, good Lord, this is a lot of cards, Spirit. I'm not taking all these. No, I'm not taking all these cards. That's too many. Can we just get like one or two? Is there anything else that we need to know, Spirit? Anything else? Okay, so I just heard leave it there, so we're going to leave it here, okay? Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, good news in earthly matters. Alright, well, someone has good news coming in. Okay, so we have an Empress and an Emperor are going to be joining together soon. You guys are definitely, whoever is in this energy over here, your wishes are definitely coming true. You definitely have victory in whatever this drama is that's happening over here, okay? So someone has definitely defrauded you of money somehow, okay? I don't know how, but it involves cash and it involves fraud. And there also has been dark practitioners that have been working against you, okay? And all of these people they've lost. Whatever it is that they've done to you, they have failed at, and they are about to pay for it. Judgment has been called. Okay, we have some people who are going to be going to jail, and we have some other people who are again, going to be destitute to the point of destitution to the point of prostitution is what I heard. So they're going to be poor to the point of having to prostitute themselves out in order to survive, okay? Now, as for the murder energy, I feel like this has to do with this practitioner energy, and I feel like that is because they have been doing death spells, okay? So all I'm hearing when I said that was back to Sunder. So if they were doing any kind of death spells, I definitely think it's going to go back to them. Okay, so someone might pass away in this energy. Okay, someone might actually be coming to some sort of an awakening in this energy, and that's fantastic. Again, if you are in that energy and you're watching this reading, know now that you're still going to have to pay your karma. Okay, you still have to take accountability for what you did. Energy doesn't just disappear because you did something nice. That energy is still going to come back. It's cyclical. Everything is cyclical. So it's going to come back to you regardless. But if you are sincere in your earnestness and your conviction, there's light at the end of the tunnel and things will get better over time. Okay? There might also be someone coming in who's pretending, someone coming in over here who's pretending to be in this turning over a new leaf energy. But I don't think that that's true. I feel like that person is lying, okay? I feel like that person is only saying that so that they can fool you somehow, so somehow or another they can, I don't know. I don't know what they're planning on doing when they come in, but I feel like they're gonna try and, I just heard the word hose you. Hose you? They're gonna try to hose you somehow. We have introduction, republic, and individual. So someone could be going to the Dominican Republic, or someone could have traveled to the Dominican Republic to do, oh, okay. So someone might have traveled to the Dominican Republic to hire a practitioner to do this dark magic. Okay. Okay. All right. Anyway, so I feel like not only is the practitioner going to, not only is that energy going to return to the practitioner, but it's also going to return to the people who hired the practitioner for that, and anyone who is involved in that situation. So if someone was the one who went, you know what, I need to hire a practitioner to do this, and then they went to someone else to get the money to pay the practitioner to do that, and they promised this person they were going to pay that, the person who paid for it, plus the person who wanted it done, plus the practitioner, are all going to have that energy returned to them. Yeah. I definitely feel like there's parents involved in this situation, someone's mother or father, or maybe both. I definitely feel like there's ex's energy in here, for sure. And definitely some friends / community, like neighbors, people. You might not even know some of the people who are involved, which is just ridiculous, but whatever, it is what it is. Anyways, we got so you might be amongst these people even now and not even know it. Interesting. Okay, I am going to do my ABCs. Where in the heck is that? Oh, I left it over there. Okay, hold on one second. I've got a bad knee right now, so you're going to have to forgive me. It's going to take me a second and a bunch of groaning to get up out of this position. Oh, good Lord. Ow. Okay. Anyone else notice that as soon as they hit the age of 40, getting down is super easy, but getting back up is like ridiculously, stupidly hard? Just me? Huh? Alright, I'm pulling some ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. See what we get here. Might be a little too much, but anyway, whatever. Okay. Okay, we have M, Q, I, E, D, V, D, T, E, B, Z, K, A, R, G, W, F, T, J, R, SOPNIYDKB. Okay. We just got the word establish. I'm seeing the word pink or pinky. I heard the word pinky promise someone, pinky promise someone something, or they made some sort of a promise. I'm seeing the word drive already, so someone might, I just heard driven insane. Maybe someone's going to lose their freaking mind in this energy, or maybe they're already losing their mind in this energy. I'm seeing the name Jim. I'm seeing the name Bud. I'm seeing the word beak, again with that bird energy. Someone might have a pet bird. I'm seeing the word dead, again. Someone might have actually unalived someone. Maybe these people have done things like this in the past. Maybe that was why they thought that they could do this to you. I'm seeing the word drink, and I'm seeing the word poison. So they might have unalived people in the past. Yeah, maybe they have. Maybe they did try to poison you, and maybe it didn't take. Okay, so I said Jim, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing the word Jake. I'm seeing the word Jed. I'm seeing the word bead, B-E-A-D. So someone, I don't know. I'm seeing like native beaded jewelry, so someone might be indigenous. I'm seeing zigzags, so someone might be a smoker, like a toker. They might smoke pot. Again, I see the word pot. I'm seeing brink, on the brink is what I'm seeing. So someone, again, might be actually just like ready to snap in this energy. I'm seeing the name Drake. I'm seeing the name Dave. I'm seeing Dre. I'm seeing Kate. I'm seeing Zeke. Zaid, Sade, Sean. I'm seeing store or stored. Rough. I'm seeing bingo. Someone might have a dog named Bingo. Or maybe someone plays bingo. Bingo. I'm seeing the name Sam, so that makes sense. I'm seeing the name Tim. I'm seeing the name Kirk. I'm seeing the name Fred. I'm seeing the name Pete. I'm seeing the name Pet. Again, I'm seeing vet. Vets and jets. Maybe someone is in the Air Force. I'm seeing fort again, so someone might be staying at, like, I just heard Fort Wayne. Is that Fort Wayne? Is Fort Wayne a thing? I feel like I've heard that word before. Binky. I'm seeing Binky. Maybe someone has a small child who has, like, you know, their soother. Maybe they call it a Binky. The name Wayne might be significant. I'm seeing the word ski. Someone might love to ski. I'm seeing the word Roy. Or the name Roy, sorry. I'm seeing the name Tori and Terry. Excuse me, I'm seeing the name Rod. I'm seeing the name Jed and Jess. So someone's name might be Jessica or Jessie. I'm seeing the word bride. So someone might be getting married or might have recently proposed, or maybe that's going to be this future energy. Yeah, because I see groom as well, groom and bride. I'm I'm seeing damsel, like damsel in distress. I don't know. Maybe someone's coming in to save her. I'm seeing joker or jokes. Someone might think that this is a joke. I'm seeing PI and feds. So the feds might be involved, or a private investigator might be involved. I'm seeing swim. Someone might like to swim. I'm seeing the word river. I'm seeing the word rover. So someone might drive a, is it a Jeep Rover? I see the word hi and hello and here just came up on the spirit box. Hi guys, I don't know who you're talking to, but hello. And maybe they want to say hi to you. I'm seeing the word govern or governor. So maybe there's a governor involved in this. I'm seeing the name Bart. I'm seeing the name Ward or Ward or jail ward might be significant. I'm seeing pray. Definitely pray. You definitely should be taking this to God. I'm seeing the name Mary. The name Mary might be significant. I'm seeing the name Vic or Vicky. I'm seeing the name Ava or Eva. I'm seeing the name Mark. I'm seeing the name Zeke. I'm seeing the name Isaac. I'm seeing the name Jay. I'm seeing a like frog. I don't know. Okay, so what I just heard in my head. This is really not okay, but this is what I'm hearing, so I just heard a French frog. So maybe someone is from Quebec. I'm seeing the word joy or the name Joy. Someone might be named Joy. I'm seeing the name Green, or sorry, the word green. So again, with that, someone might smoke pot, or someone might, I don't know, someone's favorite color might be green, or maybe they're really new at something. I just saw the word body, and I saw the word find, so someone might be going to jail for an old crime. Like, I feel like an old body is going to be found. An old body is going to be found. I'm seeing the word damned. Someone is damned in this energy. Oh, my legs are getting sore from sitting like this. I'm seeing the word desist. Cease and desist is what I just heard. Cease and desist. I'm seeing the name Troy. I'm seeing the name Ted. I'm seeing the name Tom. I'm seeing the name Tam. Tam. I'm seeing the name Sanjay. I'm seeing the name Mason or the word Mason. So someone could be a brick mason, someone could be in the Masons, or someone could be named, like have the last name Mason. Maybe this involves the Mason somehow. I'm seeing the word key. So somehow there might be a key that's significant, or maybe you're the key to something, or I'm seeing wise guys is what I just heard. So maybe someone like is in the mob. I saw oy vey, so someone might be Jewish. Oy vey. I'm seeing the name Barb. I'm seeing the name Dan or Danny. Or Danielle. Oh, the name Wendy. Did I say Sean yet? Sean. Sarah. I'm seeing the word spam. So maybe someone's going to be getting a message and it's going to their spam account, so make sure to check your spam mail. I'm saying the word vend, so someone might be a vendor or might be trying to sell something or sell you something. I'm seeing base, again with this like army, I'm literally seeing the word army now. So army base, again, I really feel like someone's in the army, or there's like something to do with the armed forces. I'm seeing the word dates or date. So someone might be bunged up and they need to eat some dates. I'm seeing the word job. Very mom response to seeing that word. I'm seeing the name Joe, John. I'm seeing the name Darren. I'm seeing the word karma. Someone's definitely getting their karma. I'm seeing invoke. Ooh, maybe someone invoked an entity. That is some dangerous ass shit right there. It's not good. I'm seeing the word weeks. So something is going to happen within weeks. So it's got to be 3 weeks, because if it was 4 weeks or more, then it would be a month, right? So maybe in the next 3 or 4 weeks, something is going to be happening. Seeing the word bass or bass, so maybe someone plays the bass guitar, or maybe someone likes to go fishing. I'm seeing the word perm, P-E-R-M, so maybe someone is black in this energy and they get their hair permed straight, or maybe someone's white in this energy and they get their hair permed curly. I'm seeing the word dingy, D-I-N-G-Y. So someone might have, like, again with this, like they like to go fishing, go fishing in a dinghy. Or maybe this is that flood energy coming through again. Someone might have to, their house might be flooding or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm seeing the word fire. I don't see any flood energy over here. Fire. Someone might be going, like, their house might, I do see the word water, so maybe someone's, I don't know. Someone might be going through a flooding situation. Someone might be going through the opposite, going through a fire situation. I'm seeing T-O, so maybe in Toronto. I'm seeing King, so maybe you live on King Street, or maybe that's like your part of your name or something, like maybe it's their last name. Maybe you play like chess or something like that. I'm seeing the word baker, so someone might be a baker in this energy. Maybe they just spent a lot of time getting baked. I'm seeing the word wavy. So someone might have wavy hair, or maybe they're I don't know, hold on. I'm seeing the word gem. Maybe someone stole your your jewelry. I'm seeing the word carrot. Carrots. So yeah, maybe someone stole your jewelry. I'm seeing the word fraud. I'm seeing the word prom. I'm seeing the word prove. And I'm seeing the word night, K-N-I-G-H-T. So someone might be I don't know. Someone like might see you as their knight in shining armor, or I don't know. I'm seeing knife. I'm seeing the word stab, so someone might be stabbing someone in the back. I'm seeing the word stray. Maybe someone's going to find a stray dog. I'm seeing a van. A van might have something to do with this. I'm seeing the word Tesla. Someone might drive some sort of a Tesla. I'm seeing the word frost. Maybe that has to do with that baker energy. Maybe someone's like frosting a cake, or they're really good at cake decorating or something. Seeing the name Diane. I'm seeing the name Sandy. I'm seeing the name Bess. I'm seeing the name, oh, never mind, I said that name already. I'm seeing boys, B-O-Y-S. I just heard boys club. Something about a boys' club. I'm seeing the word fret, so maybe someone might play a guitar. I'm seeing the word gay. Someone might be gay. I said the word pay again, so gay for pay. Someone might be gay for pay. I'm seeing the name Dawn, D-A-W-N. Name Dawn, D-O-N as well. I'm seeing the word keg, so someone might be a heavy drinker and someone might be having a party soon. I'm seeing vat or vats. I'm seeing Feb, F-E-B, so like February. Something might be happening in February. Someone's birthday might be in February. I'm seeing fibs. I'm seeing fried. I'm seeing bets. I just heard all bets are off. Okay. All right. That's enough. Hopefully that has helped. Ooh, I just saw the word dad's pal. D-A-D, dad's pal, P-A-L. So someone's friend. Ooh, we just got the name Ashlyn and we got the name Carter. What? It says act normal. So these people are trying to act normal. Wow. Okay, the numbers 3, 4, 10, 1, 9, 17, 20, or 19 could be significant. The numbers 0, 7, 6, 1, 7, 8, or 6 could also be significant. Put those in whatever order you think they apply. Someone could be born in the 60s, someone could be born in the 70s, someone could be born in the 80s. I don't think anyone's born in the 1s. Anyone born in the 3s isn't going to be able to do anything, so not terribly worried about them. But anyway, so 64, 63, 61, 67, 68, and 66. Someone could be born in 77, 78, 71, 76, 74, 73, 79, 70. Someone could be born in 81, 80, 83, 84, 86, 87, or 89. Okay, someone could be born on the 18th, the 17th, the 16th, the 20th, the 19th, the 30th, or the 31st of a month. Okay, someone could be born in July, sorry, in January, March, April, June, July, August, or October, or November. Okay, anyways, I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope that you were able to glean some important information that was helpful for you. I love you guys very much, and I hope you guys have a great day, okay? Please don't forget to hit the like and the share, because it really does help out my channel, and I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. Bye.